Yes, we're back. First right in the Coop in 2019, and because of that, we've got the top team. Derek and Frank, how we doing, lads? All right?
Very
Good.
well.
Good.
Right, very well.
Need to say I missed yous, man.
Aye.
I missed yous more than I miss my kids.
Oh.
Or
right,
Frank's kids, as he likes to call them.
Yeah.
How was the holiday? Was it
Brilliant.
sun seeing?
Aye, it was everything. It was good. It really was. Can't beat Caribbean, bit of Caribbean.
Antigua.
A bit of calypso music and all that. You know, it gets swinging and all. It's good.
A bit of what music?
Swinging.
Is that what you said?
Keys in the
That was
table.
an adults only place. It was great.
And Del, holiday as well up in Aberdeen. I thought
did.
I'd sensed a wee twang there. You one of them now?
Listen, I had a great time. I spent Christmas up in Aberdeen. Christmas Day was brilliant. I dropped Lewis off at training and wasn't in the beach that you were on.
No.
It was a wee bit colder up in Aberdeen. But I went a wee walk down the beach. It was great. Nice to spend a wee bit of time with Lewis. Don't see him that often these days, so it was great. New Year was a wee bit quieter. I think I'll go out next year.
Aye.
This year coming. Maybe the telly. That, the
Only an
it was
excuse.
murder.
Aye,
Wasn't it? It was
only an
murder.
excuse.
You were on it again, weren't you? What do you
Terrible.
think?
You had a
Terrible.
wee, even only excuse.
Terrible.
That was poor.
Terrible. I don't know how you done it in one
You
day.
done it
apart-
half an hour about
You
you.
filmed it in one day, apparently. That's how quick it was. It's horrible.
Aye.
Terrible. It's not the same now.
Nah.
It's not the same as what it used to be.
And
It used to be good.
the missus into the football, did she like her goalie gloves that you got her for Christmas?
Aye.
Do you like them?
Aye.
In the
The
back.
tackle. I'm not going there.
You
I'll get that in
I know,
before.
we'll get
See
that.
here on
You
this.
missed her cupcakes. Outstanding.
I've not missed anything.
I'm going to swear. Don't even go there.
Let's not go to
What I
cupcakes.
start to, yeah. Right, there's one man that has got the upper hand to last Celtic and Rangers there. Delighted?
We've got a title race, which is brilliant. So I'm saying about the new year, wasn't that great? It was a good new year because obviously we needed Rangers.
You're an Aberdeen supporter.
No, don't you? I support Hamill. I support everybody that's gone. No, it was. I tell you what. No, just about the results. The way Rangers won the game. You know, they were superb. Go at them. I've says for quite a wee while. I don't think Celtic are the best at the back. Tearing out of that back four, I think they're ordinary.
Put McGregor in instead of her.
But do you know something? It was a great performance. It was just they had to kind of show that they've got that a bit of metal about them as well, which I thought was missing at times. But I just thought it was
thought the
it's just
better
what we
team won.
needed.
The better
Rangers
team
needed
won.
that big time.
The better team won.
Tell you what, I think there was, and you can shoot me down in flames with this. I think there's been a wee bit of arrogance from Celtic in terms of thinking that they would have enough to see out this season. Now, things that have unfolded in terms of the signings. We have now got a title race on, which we've been badly needing, Mark.
I
You know
thought
that.
I thought that about the arrogance, but when you find out that, and then you find out after it that Tierney was injured, so he's better not playing him. For the one game, you're better not playing him. Edward, he was injured as well, so he's not trained or nothing. So you think, well, you're better as a manager. You've got to say, look, I want him for the rest of the season, and they're now going to be fit. So I think he made the right decision. It was a bad listen. I think Rangers supporters, obviously, on the day they were the better team, they ran out of tap at Celtic.
They look more up for it than Celtic. Did that surprise you?
But let's be honest
Celtic
about
team,
it. I think Rangers supporters are getting a bit like English supporters. I mean, they go into the World Cup, they beat Tunisia, and all of a sudden they're going to win the World Cup. The Rangers beat Celtic. They're going to win. But I just heard they were going to win the X Factor as well. I mean, they're going to win everything. They're not shouting. One game, and do you know what? Now you know as well as an ex-player. You come out, the last time they done it, they come out and says there was cheering when they got the Celtic in the cup, and I'm thinking, you don't do that because it just it gets riles up Celtic. They've done it again. The boys are coming in and saying they're no scared of us, and I'm thinking, oh, just enjoy the win. Just one of the centre half, is it centre half?
Goldson.
One of them come out and says they're scared of us now, and I'm going.
I think
just enjoy.
With Gerrard,
but
you know,
I
come
think
out with
after the
stupid
last
comments.
one,
But the thing is, Rangers showed what they were all about,
Of
you know,
course.
and they're up for this.
Yeah.
And the signings that have been made,
I think
you know,
good
so
signings.
of course
I think good
we've been. It's not been great over the last number of years, of course. So that's why. But what's wrong with getting a wee bit excited? Nothing wrong with that.
And obviously getting excited about the signings as well. Steve Davis, Defoe, great signings.
Do you know something? Even when we get Jones on board and Kamara, albeit I don't know if they're going to be coming on in January. But to get Davis, for me, Defoe's, you know, we talk about Morelos, you know, sometimes we don't know, Sometimes with his attitude, with his kicking out, that's another story as well. But you needed somebody else, a quality centre forward. I mean, Defoe at the age of 36. We're not going to be asking him to run the channels. You just want him a box player, which
Listen,
you know.
all you do,
He's
all you got to do
quality.
is be a defender over a yard.
You listen to the guys about him in terms of his finishing, top drawer. But for me, Davis, you know, in that midfield, got a lot
He's not played, is he? He's not played for
tell you
Wiltshire.
what, he's still fit as a fiddle. I know a wee bit because obviously talking to people, looks after himself. He's a class act. So a lot of young players, young midfielders in there, but he'll go in there.
I like the boy Kent. I like him.
Kent's done well.
They're
going to try and get him, I would imagine, you know, get him on a permanent deal. But if that doesn't happen, I think that's what, the reason why Jones is on board. So good signings, and that's why.
That's why Stevie Gerrard's there. That's why he's there.
What about the Celtic signs? If we're going to ask about the Celtic signs,
we're going to come to that. Just let us get to it. I'll do this job, you do that.
Right. Okay, is that me putting my place?
Yeah, see, I mean, he's got to take your job as well.
But on the strikers, though, because you're one, Defoe, arguably West Ham's greatest ever striker.
No, never.
But will he go two up front now with Morelos and Defoe?
I think he might, but the thing is one of the great strikers we know. McCoy used to say he wasn't the quickest, but he just had to beat defenders over a yard in the penalty box. That's what you got to do. You don't have to run away from him, you know. And the boy can score goals. That's for sure. Defoe, he's scored goals everywhere he's went. So I think that's a better signing than Davis. I mean, obviously Del being a midfield player, he thinks the other way. But I honestly think Defoe's a top signing. And if Celtic had got him, they'd have been raving about it because he is that good. So whether you've lost a yard, I never think he was quick, but he wasn't that quick.
I still think he's got that hunger and that desire.
I think so.
He looks after himself, so he doesn't
and
that's why
that's the only reason he's there. I mean,
he's
his pal in it, so I think, you know. Listen, it's a good, as Derek said, we've got a title now, but this is when you've got to step up. You've won all these titles, you've not had anyone chasing you down. Now you've got 4 teams in the mix, which I think is great for Scottish football.
What was your favourite title, Mr. Stringfellow 2000?
Title.
What, will he play against Cowdenbeath?
Mrs. Brown's.
Defoe?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't play him. No.
Keep
I
away
don't.
from that.
Do you know? I mean, I played there myself. I've been there as a manager.
Tough place to go, Derek, eh?
Aye, do you know something? They'll be fit. They'll be
I
up
don't
for it.
think he'll take them. He'll not take any new signings because they'll leave again after that.
I think it'd be wise not to play him. That's what I would say. So it's you need a different way of playing. You know, it's not going to be sulky. Let's put it that way. So for his debut, no, I don't.
We say
He might get knocked down with one of them motors.
And they went to Clyde, and that's not the place to go. And they get battered, and I'm like, we just. The big Chinese boy got put in a plane right after it, didn't he? Japanese boy.
It's interesting you're saying about the two up front. I don't think they will.
I don't know.
I think
I'll take Morelos out of the picture a wee bit.
I think Defoe, it'll be good for Morelos. You know, it'll be a kind of wee reality check. You know what it takes to be a top class player and playing at the top. So I think at times they'll spell each other.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Well, that's the thing. See on the part, and we all talk about his mentality. He's a winner. You get the gist of that with Morelos. But I think off the park, I don't think he's that stupid that he would like, kind of put his chances in danger in terms of leaving the club. So I think he will sit and listen to Defoe. I'm not saying that maybe vice versa, maybe Defoe would come on at times for him, but I don't think as a pairing, I don't think they would be
quite similar.
But hey, who knows? You just never know.
But if you're a striker, you've scored 20 goals the first half of the season, the sign somebody else and you're not playing, you're not happy.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Morelos has missed 40. he scored 20.
Did you play up front with Coisty? At times,
no.
Did you have it as a pairing?
No.
Because sometimes you wonder that you look at quite similar goal scorers.
I was probably
ideal
with Charlie Nick. That's probably my ideal partner, really, because Charlie wants everything. Charlie's lazy, wants everything at feet.
Ideal partner on the pitch,
Aye.
Okay.
We're not bad alpha.
Right, Frank.
Yes.
Taking the performance against Rangers into account, you think Celtic have done good business to solve those issues?
Listen,
great question that one.
I was going to ask him that. Right?
You've just. I think you've just. I still think we need a right back. I think we need cover for Lustig. I think every ball now he's going back away. He looks forward, and football's changed over the years. I look when I go to the games. I look and I think, look at that space, and nobody's running in. So when I seen the boy Weir and the other boy come in, I thought, and he was talking, saying the managers want me to run over the top, and I thought, well, what a breath of fresh air that was, because that's what you need. Because
is that Weir you're talking about?
Defenders are coming, just come forward, and when you've got the ball at your feet, it's easy for them. They're not getting chased, but if you come forward and then spin and go over the top, the defenders don't like running that way, and that's what this boy's going to bring. So I think he's got good options there. I think the more we go forward, obviously the defence is going to sort itself out, but I think you could do an centre half.
See, if you don't get a right back in, would you play Ralston ahead of Lustig?
I think so. I think Lustig's been a great servant, but at the moment he's just a bit. I don't know what happened to him. At Ibrox, every pass went back away, and I thought, because Brendan wanted him to play it out the back,
keep it,
and I thought he was putting his defence under a wee bit of pressure, keep playing it back all the time, because as a centre forward you're going, well, you're not going to put that forward, you're going to put it there, so you've got half a chance of snatching it. If you're a clever centre forward, he's not going to pass forward. So I just thought it was a bit slow, but listen, that's at Ibrox, it was a bit slow. Every one of them didn't turn up.
Is Airdrie at home a perfect opportunity to get the new players in and flying?
Could be, aye, but the signings, that's why I was wanting to ask Mark about the signings, because I can't believe they've no strength at the back. You're talking about Ralston's a good player,
still
good
early.
ground,
I think he's going to sign.
But for me, that's middle to front. Celtic are good. We know that, they're very good when they're on the front foot. But they need to be better defensively. And I've said it before, you take Tierney out of that back four, to me they're ordinary if you put them under pressure. That's what Rangers done at Ibrox, they put them under pressure and they showed what they're all about. They couldn't handle it.
Here's one for you, you've watched him a lot. Would Scott McKenna be the man for Celtic, in your opinion?
Tell you what, he's an out and out defender, big, strong, and what you need at this level is pace, and he's got that in abundance. And you look at 3 million, I think that'd be a snap, because I think he's got the tools. You can see him getting better in terms of playing out for the back, but if you're asking for a defender, just go and defend. He's your man. I watched him here. When
I played with Mick McCarthy, he couldn't play. He just go and win. He took the ball, took everybody.
I'd watched him at Ayr United 2 or 3 times, and with that boy's it, he just goes and wins it. Doesn't he try to be too clever? But when the ball goes that side and behind him, he can recover. Why? Because he's got good pace.
Okay, we're going to put our cards on the table. First show back of the year. We'll play it back at the end of the year. Who's going to win the league?
Rangers.
Okay.
Hey!
I take it you agree?
No, Celtic won. I think we'll be too strong.
And do you think Celtic will stay on top, or will it be like you back in the day, will be different people on top most weeks?
Most weekends.
You think Celtic will stay?
See if you'd asked me that question at the start of the season, I would have said Celtic.
Listen, there's a challenge, and it's you've got to say credit to them, but I don't think they'll sustain that. I don't think that'll be I think there's too many inexperienced.
I think that could be the worry for if some of the Celtic players think that way. You know what I think?
No,
we'll still have enough. And that's how I go back to that wee bit. Maybe there's maybe a bit of arrogance here. I tell you what, they could get found wanting. But the beauty is we've got the title, which we've been clamouring for.
But I think we keep forgetting about Kilmarnock. I mean, I think they're doing magnificent.
With Lawson Stewart and then Jones, is that going to take the edge off us?
Well, here you go. Since William Hill sponsors. Fancy a wee wager for this. If you think Rangers, you think Celtic.
Right, go on then.
Last one of the season, you can date in with the gear off.
No. Speedos are right. Speedos right.
No, we'll have a charity bet. Have a charity bet. I've lost the S of myself.
Right, a wee charity bet.
Charity bet. Right, go on then. We'll have a wee charity bet. A couple hundred.
Right.
There you go.
Right, good lads. Okay, on to the rest of the teams in the league. Most of the top teams have got good draws at home. Just on their business that they've done, we'll start with Hibs. Ryan Gold, good signing for Hibs.
I think he's a good boy. I don't know much about the boy when he went away, but he was definitely a player when he went over. And I think you've got to give a boy credit for wanting to go and
better himself.
And better himself in a different league, different culture. So he'll come back, and the culture shocked him coming back here in this weather. So I think he's a good player. I think he's done brilliant. He's looking to get Lewis get Lewis Morgan in as well, which is, you know, a bit surprising because that's two quality players. I think Lewis is a quality.
Even
player.
away a boy, hope he comes back a man.
Is he the sort of player that Hibs need though? Somebody that can
He's a
create.
flair player. He fits into the style that Neil Lennon plays.
McGeoch and McGinn. It's two players that could unlock defences.
Just on Hibs as well, how much of a loss is Big Effie?
It's huge because he would, I would imagine, you know, in the dressing room, he would be one that some of the younger guys would look up to.
He seemed like he was really helping Porteous. Was it Porteous?
Porteous, you know what I mean? So again, a terrific young Scottish boy coming through the ranks, you know. I think that's a big loss, not just out in the park. I think behind the scenes in the dressing room, you need your experienced players. So sometimes they're hard to replace.
On Aberdeen, at home to Stenhousemuir, already got to cup final this year. Dale's got them to a lot of cup finals. Can you see that again with this competition?
I think so. That's what he's there. I mean, Aberdeen, I thought they slipped off a bit, but they came strong again. And you know, according to Sky down in England, they won the League Cup, didn't they? it was one of these days they won. That was brilliant. I'm like, well, Sky just took over the rights to Scottish football and they says that Aberdeen beat Celtic in the cup final. I thought, well, I went to the wrong game.
Had too many drinks on it.
I know, maybe I was just celebrating.
What a December they had.
Great.
Because you looked at that table, they were doing, what is it, 7th, 8th place, and then I think Dale was kind of maybe mumping and moaning about the number of games they had to play, but I don't think he'll be mumping and moaning now because they just shot up that table.
Yeah, the cups is something that he really concentrates on at Aberdeen.
It's obviously nice, and I think the players as well. You know, you want to be playing last game of the season, showpiece at Hampden. That's what every player wants, and manager. So I sometimes think that I think they raise their games. So, but if they get there, I'll not be here because my other two boys are taking my way to Tenerife, so I'll miss that.
No, you'll need to cancel it if he gets to the final.
Not at all. I'm going to be
I'll
with
go
my boys.
I'll
watch it earlier.
We'll get tickets.
I'll watch it in Tenerife with Jordi Mack.
We'll be going anyway.
Right, on to Kelly.
What will you do if it's Aberdeen and Rangers in the final? Still got to Tenerife? That's the best place for you.
Probably.
Right, Kelly, I want my forfeit.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you say, great season so far, but how much is a loss is Greg Stewart and obviously the Jones situation as well?
I think it will be a loss. It's any good player leaving the club's a loss to any club, but I think Stevie's a good enough coach that, especially this weekend against Forfar, no disrespect to Forfar, but you would think that they would turn him over, that's for sure.
Stewart's a loss, but I mean, it's easy enough for Boyd to come in and go and play with Brophy, another quality player he's bringing in.
We forget, you forget about Chris Boyd's still there, Brophy.
He's
you know, as a parent.
He's older, isn't he?
But as a parent, different class. But interesting to see how Stevie manages the Jones situation. But I think the gut feeling I've got that the boy Jones has got too much respect for Stevie Clarke, so you might get a bit of a rough time for the Kelly fans, but I think he'll still go out and give his all.
If you're Stevie Clarke, do you keep playing him at her?
Of course, he's one of the best players. You put your best players out in the park as long as you, in the knowledge that you know that he's going to give you 100%, and that's why I'm saying I think Jones has got a lot of the Kelly players have got the utmost respect for Stevie Clarke, so I think that's why he'll go and he will perform. Okay, last on to Hearts, tough draw at home to Livingston, probably the toughest draw in the league. How do you see that going?
That's why I've stayed away from it. It could anyway. I don't go back. I don't have a lot of
classic
quality football on show, but it should be a good, entertaining game in terms of Scottish Cup. That's what you want, isn't it? A battle and just fighting. I think the Hearts have came back into form again. No mere thing because Naismith's back. I mean, you miss him. Players like that, you miss. So he's back. I don't know if he'll play at the weekend, but I think it'll be a classic game, none each.
See if Hearts do get through this draw and they start to get their players fit again. They could be a decent shout for the cup because on the day they can beat anyone.
They can, absolutely. Capizio coming back.
You come out with these big names,
they've
didn't you?
got a few.
Again?
I'd usually leave that up to him. But I tell you what, everybody has underestimated this Livingston side, and they've just signed the boy Erskine as well. One other's come in. They're a tough side to play against. I love watching Livingston.
He's a good player. One other. He's a good player.
Erskine.
And one other. I'm trying to think. Tell you what. He's one other.
He's one other.
He plays another side.
You watched it? Have you watched it?
I'm just back. I don't know who
Let me say.
They've done a great signing.
You need to go and watch me. I was away. They're a good team to watch.
I know,
so
I know
enjoy watching Livingston. I've said that.
They can mix it up. They can mix it up, can they?
They can play.
I know.
They can
I know.
play. I'm telling you.
Are you surprised that Thistle let Erskine go?
Yep. Aye, I can't believe, because we talk about good players, you want your best players at the club, you've got to keep them on board with you. How he's been allowed to go, I'm dumbfounded.
Something's happened then.
Well, obviously, to me, for the outside looking in, don't know what's going on, it doesn't look a happy camp at the minute, obviously. So Gary Calderwood, he's got a real job in his hand, and again we talk about experienced boys, we're talking about Ambrose in the dressing room. Erskine, what is he, 31, 32, experienced boy, been there at Thistle 10 years. So how does that affect the boys in the dressing room? Because that might be one of their best mates. So you've got to look at it's all different sides of the game. It's not just what happens out in the park, it's what happens in that dressing room. I think that's the wrong decision to let Erskine go.
I don't know if you know more about Livingston or you know more about Gary Calderwood, but anyway.
Gary Calderwood.
Caldwell,
sorry.
I know.
Calderwood.
Calderwood's not a bad player as well. He's not a bad player.
Right. I'm stealing your pattern here, but we can't get 4 teams up, so the boys have decided to go for 6 this week. Derek, you can go first. Cowden beat for Rangers.
Well, I think at the start, it'll be a kind of culture shock for a few of the Rangers boys, but once they get over that, they'll just have enough about them to see them through. I think they'll win it comfortably in the end, but they've just got to kind of have their wits about them, going against a team that, they'll give it everything they've got, and I don't imagine the surface will be too hot.
You got your seat next to Donald Finlay?
Do you know something? I was thinking about that the other day. I tell you what, Rangers will get a lovely warm welcome. Certainly for Donald.
I was going to do the karaoke, buddy.
There might be some music played in the dressing room.
Raith versus Dunfermline.
I tell you, I picked that one because that's a cracker.
Dunfermline new manager as well.
Aye, Fife derby. Crawford getting in there at Dunfermline. So a wee bit surprised that change was made. But do you know something? I'm going to go for Raith Rovers.
Okay.
Because being an ex-Raith Rovers player as well, see, that's a cup team. They love that, and they'll enjoy it. I think they've got a decent record down there against Dunfermline. So that's going to be an absolute cracker. Yeah. But and it'll be really tight. I just get the feeling that Raith might edge it.
Okay. Dundee versus Queen of the South.
Watched Queen of the South on Saturday. They were absolutely flying.
Dobie's the man, isn't he?
Aye, I tell you, man, terrific. So it was 2 goals. Could have had another, but it wasn't just his goals. His display was absolutely superb. Playing at the top of his game. Dundee have got their troubles to seek. Davis coming in, I think he broke his foot. So that's a huge blow for him. So the reason I'm taking that, and I'm going to go for Queen of the South. I think that there is going to be shocks. So that's the one I think that Queen of the South might just edge that.
Okay. Tie the round for me, Auchinleck Talbot versus Ayr United.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Some atmosphere down there, wasn't it? 3,000 people.
I think it's going to be televised as well.
There'll be slashings and all sorts.
By the way, don't take your car. Have you been down that area?
Aye.
Oh, it is.
Wild, is it?
Oh, but great, that's what you want. So it is, super. Again, the atmosphere is going to be top drawer. But again,
we like the referee in that game.
That's good.
Who would you want the referee to be?
Beaten.
Right, what's your
again, it'll be terrific, but I just think Ayr have got too much quality about them. And again, with Ian McCall, terrific manager. Ayr United.
Why did he not get a Thistle job?
I think he was offered it. I don't think he wanted it. Feel what somebody told us.
He's got a good relationship with the chairman at Ayr United. But I think, I think Ian will make it. He's way, maybe no this season, next, but he will end up back at Thistle. He's a Thistle man.
Okay, St Johnstone versus Hamilton.
I'm at that game actually. I'm going up to watch that game. Hamilton.
What's that?
They've struggled. They've struggled. I know they've got centre forward Steve Davis that's come in, but St Johnstone have been brilliant this season. So they have changed their style. The way they play, they get the ball down the deck, and on their day they can beat anybody. So they can, certainly in their home turf. So I'm going to go with St Johnstone.
Okay, last one, you've got your Hearts top on. So Hearts versus Livingston.
cracker, you know, and it's so tight, that one. Do you know, when they surprise me, I've Livingston but edged that, but again, I just think with the Naismith being back, Naismith will play. He's got to play because he gets everybody else playing in that Hearts side. So home advantage, Naismith plays, Hearts victory.
Okay, here's the lower league specialist scouting. St Mirren versus Alloa.
I'm going to go. Everyone thinks Alloa was going to turn them over, but I've got a wee feeling it's St Mirren. They've got to start. You know, the manager's got to get them winning games, and winning games breeds confidence. So I think he's going to put a strong team out, and they'll beat Alloa.
St Mirren lost to Boy Hamley as well, big loss for a minute.
I know,
for the league.
Aye, but it's. I think he's trying to bring his own players in now.
Tell you what, a wee word for Jim Goodwin. The job that he's doing at Alloa is absolutely first class. You met Jim, do you know Jim?
I know Jim,
It's amazing, isn't it, away for the park. He's a lovely guy. On the park. He was an absolute madman.
I went to Alloa when I was watching, and he came on. It was the reserves and I playing something. And he came on.
Did he send off?
I was like, oh my God, he still got it. It was
good. Had a good career, didn't he?
It was good. And I've seen it, but I said, that centre half it come on different class. You can go for. Jim's like, why don't you go? He couldn't talk. He was that knackered.
Right, so who are you going, St Mirren?
I'm going for St Mirren.
Okay, Celtic versus Airdrie.
Yeah, got to go for Celtic. Yeah, and as you say, I think if he plays the new boys, let him.
Would you play them? Would you start all three just to get them going?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
bed them in, wouldn't you?
Bed them in, yeah. At some point, give them some game time anyway.
Get them up and running. Okay, Motherwell versus Ross County.
It's a terrible time, but isn't it? It's a 5:30 kick-off or something, is it?
I don't know, you'll be steaming.
Oh, it's ridiculous, 5:30. It's TV again. Yeah, Celtic for that one. Who else?
Motherwell versus Ross County.
I think that's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to go for home advantage.
Yeah.
Motherwell.
Okay. Right, okay. Hibs versus Elgin.
Is that you? No, you don't play for it. You play. You're up there.
Oh, even further,
further up, yeah.
He's third in the league.
I'll go, aye.
You're flying, mate.
Brilliant.
You need to come watch us, mate. You'll learn a few things.
Clyde are the form team in
If
that.
I go and watch you, that's a couple of years that I'm never going to get back.
Must be a Celtic club up there you can visit.
Maybe I'll get paid or something. I'll go with Hibs.
I'll get you a few quid. Hibs v Elgin, who?
I'm going for Hibs.
By a few goals.
I think so. I think you've got to think Motherwell, Hibs. They've got to win games, and if they take that, it takes them to the next round, but it gets them hopefully goals.
Right. Okay. And last, Kelly versus Forfar.
Stevie Clark, I'm a big fan of Stevie. So unfortunately, I think Forfar's going to have a long trip home. So I'm going for
I think
Kelly.
your Couping's coming up this week, by then.
Good.
I think you're going to do it.
Hope so.
Lads, as always, pleasure. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, Harry.